At Freedom Firearms in Battle Creek,
Joel?
Hey, how you doing today?
gun sales are through the roof. Joel Fulton says he's seeing a lot of new faces walk through his door.
I just got through speaking with another gun shop owner with similar experiences to mine, and he said, I have had more brand new shooters and brand new first-time firearms purchasers in December than I've ever had in any month ever before. And I'm finding that's pretty true.
Fulton attributes the rise to terrorist attacks in San Bernardino and Paris, as well as more talk about gun control.
Those that were on the fence, were thinking they were going to do it, have finally gotten that little nudge and said, it's time, I'm doing it now.
So when you get that nudge, what do you need? In order to buy a handgun in Michigan, you need a valid Michigan identification to start.
Excellent, Walter.
Anyone traveling from another state can purchase a long gun, but not a handgun.
So what are you doing right here?
Right now, what I'm doing is entering you into my computer system. That'll help me track your purchases, and it helps with the completion of the ATF form 4473. I try to do that on computer. It helps to make sure that I don't make common ordinary mistakes, and it's going to make sure that you don't make common ordinary mistakes that can cause me to have violations.
Now that Fulton has your license on file, it's time to pick out a handgun.
One of the hottest selling guns in the United States right now has been the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. It's been popular with both gentlemen and ladies. Palms are going to come together, thumbs are going to go forward.
Fulton says now that he has your license and you've chosen a gun, this is when you would take a practice round.
Steady.
Once comfortable, it's time for the paperwork. You have to fill out a federal form that's sent to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. It's called the ATF Form 4473.
Now that's universal across the nation. Okay. That is the same form that's going to get filled out in this gun shop, that's going to get filled out in a gun shop in Indiana or a gun shop in California or in New York.
But each state also has its own paperwork. In Michigan, it's the pistol sales record. The seller and purchaser keep a copy, and one is sent to the Michigan State Police. The next step, the FBI background check called NICS. It's completed in-house on this computer. The response typically happens within minutes. Fulton gets a proceed, denied, or delayed.
Used to be we had to call it in and wait 5 days. Between 1993 and 1998, there was a 5-day waiting period because it wasn't computerized yet.
Fulton says the FBI check doesn't tell him why someone might get denied.
Felons, anybody who renounced their United States citizenship, anybody that's dishonorably discharged from the United States Armed Forces, anybody illegally in the United States, so on and so forth.
A delay gives the FBI up to 5 days to make a decision. And if you get to proceed, Fulton can sell you the gun. While it may seem easy and simple, Fulton says there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work to make sure people don't slip through the cracks, including regular inspections, sometimes unannounced by the ATF. Fulton says any problems are few and far between. He believes the systems in place are working.
We're talking about a regulatory agency that can jerk my license, so it certainly makes me a little nervous when that happens. You're always a little, but that's because the same kind of nervousness you get when you're driving down the road and you look in your rear mirror and you see a cop behind you. You're immediately checking everything to make sure you're doing everything correct.
Gotcha.
That was the process to legally open carry a handgun in Michigan. To conceal carry, there's a whole different process with a permit and even more paperwork. Up until recently, it had to go before a county gun board to get approved. But that gun board was abolished to streamline the process. But is it working? And what are the effects so far since gun boards have been eliminated? We have the answer to that question tomorrow. Reporting from Battle Creek, Walter Smith Randolph, News Channel 3.